Welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday. And I'm being joined by, it's been a long time, the editors came to the house. And one of them, I don't know whether he's an editor now, but well, it's still the editors forum. And we are here today. Peter Idema.
Good afternoon.
Peter, speak well.
Good afternoon.
Peter is the group sport editor for independent newspapers. The white man in between, Patrick Omorodio. Pat, how are you?
It's a pleasure, Ken.
Pat is now, he was Vanguard, he's the sports editor, weekend Vanguard, but now he is the special assistant to the minister on media, sports minister. So today we have somebody who is responsible for setting questions in the house. Pat, welcome to the program.
Yes,
and of course, Yemi is here.
Good afternoon, viewers. It's good to be here.
Yemi Bakare.
It's good to be with the editors.
All right. Okay, we're starting today by looking at the papers, what the papers are saying. Let us look at what we have. First of all, we want to fast through the papers so that we can pick the issues one after the other. Let's start with Sport On and see what Sport On has. Okay, Musa claims Russia Super Cup. That's Ahmed Musa, they said. And then, but when you look up upper side of it, you are going to see where they say South Africa dumps Keshi for Mashaba. That tells you that the South Africans have picked a new coach, and it's not Stephen Keshi. Let's take the back page of that paper. Spot on the back page. Okay, it starts to do paying Shaw 120k a week would have killed Chelsea stability. Jose Mourinho was speaking, and also which other thing is there? Falcao's 12.5 million real talks continue, which means the guy will be earning about 12.5 million euro if he's picked there. Let's now go to Soccer Star. Soccer Star is still the main rider there, remains South Africa Snubs Keshi. And when you come down, you will see Golden Eagles rule in Congo, and also Kedera to earn £134,000 weekly at Arsenal. I don't know how that is, but let's go to the back page of Soccer Star. Soccer Star, red hot target. Man United launches £27 million bid for Luka Modric. This is the season of speculations until they put pen to paper. And you won't know what is there. Okay, let's go to Sporting Life immediately. Well, we are rushing through this. Let's go to Sporting Life. Sporting Life, front page of Sporting Life. Good. South Africa snubs Keshi. That seems to be what is happening there. You see CSK 3 and FK Rostov, which is Ahmed Musa wins Russia Super Cup, and Di Maria opts for PSG. We don't want to talk about what Serena is wearing, but it's not too good to the eyes. But that is there. Serena wears bad swimsuit, they say. Well, I don't know what that going to has at hobby. Then let's go finally to Vanguard. Vanguard, the last page of Vanguard. South Africa disappoints Keshi, appoints Sheikhs Mashaba. And then when you look down under there is another story there. Meigiri wishes NFF well. Those are actually the papers that we are going to look at today. So, gentlemen, two issues override. South Africa Sheikhs ahead of Stephen Keshi, who was among the, one of the coaches shortlisted, we thought, or was in running for the job. And also, I like this last one, Meigiri wishing the NFF well. Peter, let's start with the Keshi thing. Is it now he has an option now for Nigeria, or how? Why didn't the South African deal work?
Well, in all honesty, I never expected South Africa to pick Keshi. I never expected South Africa to pick Keshi because I knew the kind of issues that went on at the World Cup, where players are clamoring for match appearance fee, boycotting training. It happened in our preparation for the Confederation Cup last year in the faraway Mozambique. The players refused to fly to Brazil for the Confederation Cup as expected. If a serious nation will not go for a coach where their players are always going on strike. That's my point.
Okay. Perhaps you having to add in this issue of him not picking South African job, or probably because they are saying maybe he's already discussing with the Nigerian FA. Is that part of the reason why South Africa did not pick him?
Well, I wouldn't know why they didn't pick him, but I think this Keshi news. I think it was rife in 2013, not 2014.
Okay.
So after that Nations Cup and South Africa has left that stage now. So I don't think they even considered Keshi this year for that job. So even forget about what he said. Keshi is not even the one protesting. The players are protesting. So he is the coach. He's not supposed to. So I don't think he was in their reckoning. He was in their books for this year.
Okay.
Just to add to that, I think for me, I don't like the nomenclature used by a lot of those editors. When you use the word snub, that means probably he applied. Keshi never even applied for the South African job, so I don't understand where they got that word from. That's why snub, dumps. I don't think that's the right word to have used because he never applied in the first place. Keshi has worked in 2 countries before coming to Nigeria, Togo and Mali, and he did so well. So if South Africa feels he's the kind of coach they need, they would have gone for him, they would have spoken to him, and he would have applied. They never applied. So I don't see the case of dumping or snubbing. I don't know where that wherever that came out from.
But at a point, the South Africans were actually discussing Carlos Queiroz, and it was a question of how much you want to earn. Is it $50,000 a month or $200,000? Probably they looked at as maybe their economy or their income. This man is above what they can afford.
But okay, I see the lesson in this whole thing is that you see the South Africans are going inward. They are going for their person, their own countryman. Good. So I think it tells us a lot of stories. You know, even if it's not Keshi, let us look for somebody within that can do this. I mean, this is enough time to give our people the opportunity to really see how they can.
Somebody's coaching is not rocket science. Get it?
It is not exactly. If you have played the game up to the highest level and you've done the needful in terms of attending courses, getting yourself certified and licensed, there is no big deal.
Okay, I'm remaining with you. I know we looked at it because this is the first time the editors are coming to the house since the World Cup. So let me start with you there now again. Your assessment, did we do well in the World Cup? I'm starting with Yemi.
I tell something proud to the World Cup. The last time we won a game at the World Cup was in 1998 against Bulgaria. And when we were going to start this World Cup, I said Nigerians should learn to manage their expectation. Yes, Keshi did well at the AFCON. We saw what happened at the Confederations Cup. A lot of people were expecting him to progress, continue in that vein. And I said something. I said, let's first win a game at the World Cup. After winning a game at the World Cup, we can take it on from there. We saw what happened in our first match against Iran. A goalless draw. We saw what happened against Bosnia. We got that vital victory, and against Argentina, we lost, but at least we made it to the second round. The last time we did that was in 1998. So I think for me, it was a decent performance concerning where we were coming from. It was a good one. Looking at the achievement of Nigeria in the previous Mundial.
Peter, your assessment of our performance at the World Cup? Good, fair, excellent?
You see, it depends on how you want to look at it.
Okay.
We played 4 matches at the World Cup.
Yeah.
We won 1, we drew 1, and lost 2. And that means that's 4/12, which is 1/3, and that's 33%. From that assessment, it was not a good performance. Okay. But when you look at it from the fact that the last time Nigeria qualified for the second round, into the second round, was in 1998, 16 years ago. That was the last time we ever won a match. Well, based on that, I would say we did well.
Okay.
Because the second round is not an easy job.
You're grading good, fair, excellent?
Fair.
Fair. Yeah. But just your grading. I don't really understand. I don't have any analysis.
No, I think it was good.
It was good.
It was good. Based on our last performance, 2010, so it's good.
Okay. Part we also, like I said, part of what we read here is Megiri wishes the NFF well. I don't want to comment. That will be our last. I want to look at that in our last talking here. I want to start with you, Pat. Our preparations for the Commonwealth Games. People were saying it wasn't as good as expected. What were the challenges? What do you know? How do you see it?
Well, I think the challenge we had was the release of funds. You know, if you remember, the budget for 2014 was not signed on time, and the money didn't come on time. But the little money they had, they used to prepare. You know, the training was in 3 phases. You know, open camp, closed camp. So the top part of it was the training tour was supposed to have commenced immediately after the World Cup or before. But you see, because of this lack of funds, only a few athletes left. Because I remember the boxers went to Cuba. Some of them went to Cuba. Some other athletes were supposed to go to Korea. But because the money didn't come on time and it was getting close to the Commonwealth Games, so okay, what do we do now? Instead of going to those far distances where they will have to get problems of acclimatization and all those things, so they said, okay, remain. Then maybe 15 days or so to the Commonwealth Games, you go close to Glasgow. So some of them went to Edinburgh, okay, which was about an hour flight to Glasgow. So that was where most of them went. So to say that they didn't prepare at all, it's not correct, because preparation is not because no. What I mean is because you don't prepare on the pages of newspapers. Preparation was going on.
Okay.
Understand? So for the fact that they didn't go on training tour to South Korea or to all those places where they were expected to go does not mean that they didn't prepare at all.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you, but you talked about preparation not being part of on piece of newspaper. Yes. We're talking about preparation. If were they scheduled to go on these training tours, and because the funds were not released, that's why they did not go. And also address the issue where they said maybe the team were not properly kitted.
No, I don't know what they mean by properly kitted. When the competition starts, that's when you start putting on your kits. You can train with any
training kit
you have, any training kit you have. But if you are participating, that is when you put on your national kit. So I don't think actually the kits arrived late. That was why it was not brought home. So they took it direct to Glasgow. Okay. So based on that, I said, okay, they might be correct a little, because not that they were not sharply kitted like some people said, but the kits arrived. The competition kits arrived late, but the training kits were there.